In Mighty Brain US.
The camera pans through an ancient, magnificent hall, supported by mighty marble columns. We see ancient artifacts lying there behind magnificent showcases made of bulletproof glass. What is offered to us there in terms of treasures can hardly be weighed in gold and silver. These are treasures and objects that constantly increase in value and thus always escape the actual factor of self-designation. Let's take another look at some of these artifacts together and compare them with various disciplines in order to be able to derive the greatest possible benefit from their existence. Let's move on to the second part of our documentary about the most fascinating and mysterious artifacts in human history. The Ring of Solomon, also known as the Seal of Solomon, is an artifact attributed to King Solomon from the biblical story. Solomon, the son of King David, was known for his exceptional wisdom and wealth. His name is often associated with various supernatural powers and mystical qualities. The ring itself is said to have given him special abilities, including the power to talk to animals and control supernatural beings. This ring is described in many religious and historical sources. Historically, the ring is a gold ring, often adorned with mystical symbols or inscriptions that emphasize its special power and significance. The Seal of Solomon is often depicted with the Star of David, a six-pointed star or hexagram, which is often seen as a symbol of wisdom, protection, and power. The Ring of Solomon is described in various traditions and legends as a powerful and extraordinary artifact. One of the best-known features of the ring is its supposed ability to communicate with animals. It is said that through this ring, Solomon was able to understand the language of animals and influence them at will. This was seen as a sign of his special connection to nature and to supernatural powers. In addition, the ring is credited with the power to control demons and supernatural beings. Many stories tell that Solomon was able to summon and direct evil spirits and demons through the ring. This ability symbolizes not only his power, but also his role as protector and guardian of order and justice. The Ring of Solomon is also said to have provided access to hidden secrets. Some traditions describe that the ring gave Solomon the ability to discover secret wisdom and supernatural truths. These secrets could have been both spiritual and worldly, showing the profound significance of the ring as a tool for knowledge and power. Comparing the Ring of Solomon with other mystical artifacts, one finds interesting parallels. In Jewish tradition, the ring is considered a symbol of Solomon's wisdom and power and is an important element in Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism. Similar motifs can also be found in modern fantasy culture. For example, there is the Ring of Gollum in Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, which has similar properties. This ring gives its wearer extraordinary power and control, but also has corrupting properties. The comparison shows how the notion of magic rings and their properties appears again and again in different cultures and stories. In Islamic tradition too, there are accounts of a magic ring that, similar to the Ring of Solomon, bestows special powers. Here it is described as part of Solomon's legacy and plays a role in various hadiths, the traditions of the Prophet Muhammad. These accounts reinforce the notion of the ring as a powerful and significant artifact in various religious contexts. In modern pop culture, the Ring of Solomon is often portrayed as a symbol of power and magic. Movies, books, and television shows often use the image of the ring to symbolize a connection between the physical world and the supernatural realm. The ring is portrayed as a tool that holds special powers and wisdom, accessible only to those who possess the ring. The Ring of Solomon is an artifact found in the biblical and Islamic traditions and attributed to the famous King Solomon, the son of King David from the biblical story. Solomon, known for his wisdom and wealth, ruled ancient Israel in the 10th century BC and is often portrayed as a prominent figure in Jewish, Christian, and Islamic tradition. The ring is said to have given Solomon extraordinary powers, including the ability to talk to animals and gain control over demons and supernatural beings. It is said that this ring was not only a symbol of his power, but also had a real magical effect. The Ring of Solomon is described in various texts and traditions as a gold ring, often adorned with mystical symbols or inscriptions, said to give the wearer special powers. In some depictions, the ring is adorned with the Seal of Solomon, a six-pointed star or hexagram, often seen as a symbol of power and wisdom. The exact description and appearance of the ring vary from source to source, but it is often depicted as a simple but magnificent ring, engraved with religious or mystical symbols. These symbols are said to strengthen the connection between the wearer and supernatural forces. The Ring of Solomon is described in various traditions and myths as a magical artifact that gives the wearer special abilities. The ring is said to have given Solomon the power to summon and control demons and evil spirits. This makes it an important symbol of protection and power in various magical traditions. Access to hidden secrets. The ring was also considered a key to secret knowledge, giving Solomon access to hidden wisdom and supernatural truths. These functions are central to most legends and lore, and the ring is often seen as an artifact symbolizing the connection between the human world and the supernatural. The Ring of Solomon has similarities to other mystical rings and artifacts from various cultures and myths. There is no physical evidence for the existence of the ring in the real world. Historical documents and archaeological finds provide no concrete evidence for the ring itself. Rather, knowledge about the Ring of Solomon is based on religious texts, legends, and lore. In mysticism and esotericism, the Ring of Solomon is often seen as a symbol of the connection between the spiritual and physical worlds. It is believed that it can maintain the balance between the two worlds and serves as a tool for spiritual enlightenment and power. The Ring of Solomon is a fascinating artifact that not only has a deep-rooted history and significance in various religious traditions, but also represents a significant symbol of power, wisdom, and supernatural powers. Although there is no physical evidence for its existence, the ring remains a powerful symbol in mythology and modern pop culture. In conclusion, the Ring of Solomon is a fascinating artifact that is deeply rooted in history and religious traditions. It offers us a glimpse into how people in different cultures have interpreted power and wisdom, and how such symbols continue to live on in the modern world. The idea of the Ring of Solomon shows us how myths and legends have been passed down through the centuries and continue to fascinate and inspire. Although there is no physical evidence for the existence of the ring, its significance as a symbol of wisdom, power, and supernatural control remains. The connection between the Ring of Solomon and Pre-Astronautics arises from certain theories formulated in the context of Pre-Astronautics. Pre-Astronautics is a speculative theory that assumes that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in the distant past and may have influenced humanity. Some researchers who believe in this theory see evidence of extraterrestrial technology or influence in the Ring of Solomon and its special abilities. Here are some of these connections. Technology as magic. The Ring of Solomon is said to possess supernatural powers, including the ability to control demons, talk to animals, and gain knowledge of hidden things. Pre-astronautics often see such descriptions as possible clues to advanced technology brought by alien visitors. What was described as magic in ancient texts may actually have been advanced technology that was incomprehensible to the people of the time. The construction of Solomon's temple. Some texts describe Solomon using his ring to summon demons or spirits to complete the construction of the temple. Pre-astronautics theorists sometimes interpret this to mean that Solomon may have used alien technology or beings described as demons to advance the construction of the temple. Connection to other mythological artifacts. The Ring of Solomon is often compared to other mystical artifacts, such as the Roswell Stone, the Nazca Lines, or the pyramids, which are seen in pre-astronautics as potential relics of extraterrestrial influence. Some theorists see in such artifacts evidence of a lost high technology to which the Ring of Solomon could also belong, control over beings. Legends often mention that the ring gave Solomon the ability to rule over demons and spirits. Pre-astronautics might see this as a hint of advanced technology that allowed artificial intelligences or non-human beings to be controlled. Such beings might have been misunderstood as demons or spirits from the perspective of ancient cultures. Supernatural knowledge. Solomon was said to possess an immense knowledge of nature, creation, and the universe. Pre-astronautics speculates that this knowledge may have come from an extraterrestrial source. The ring may have been a kind of communication device or knowledge repository that gave Solomon access to advanced knowledge. However, these ideas and connections are highly speculative and are not based on scientific evidence, but on an alternative interpretation of ancient texts and myths within the framework of pre-astronautics theory. However, since we only have these clues as evidence for most extraordinary objects of this kind, we must try to put the puzzle pieces together carefully and sensibly in order to get an overall picture of the whole situation. The Statue of Moai. The Moai statues are massive stone figures found on Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui. These statues represent the ancestors and are a central element of the island's culture and history. The Moai statues are mainly made of tuff and were erected between 1400 and 1650 AD. They are famous for their oversized heads and detailed facial features. The largest Moai statue measures about 33 feet in height and weighs around 82 tons. In pre-astronautics, there are theories that the Moai statues were erected using advanced construction and transportation techniques. Some speculate that it was an energetic or astronomical system that was optimized by aligning the statues in relation to cosmic events. There are also hypotheses that the statues exerted special energy effects on the environment. The Moai statues are unique in their size and complexity. They are related to other cultural sculptures, such as the Moai on the neighboring island of Raroya. The large number and distribution of statues on Easter Island demonstrate the significant cultural and religious role they played in the history of the island's people. The Dragon of Naga. The Dragon of Naga is a mythological creature that plays a significant role in the culture of Southeast Asia, especially in Cambodia and Thailand. These dragons are often associated with water and fertility and play a central role in many religious and cultural traditions of the region. The Dragon of Naga is often depicted in temples and religious sites and is often carved from stone or wood. In architecture, the dragon can be found in the form of water channels or as decoration on temple walls. In pre-astronautics, the Dragon of Naga is sometimes interpreted as a symbolic or even technological artifact. Some theories suggest that the dragons may represent advanced water systems or energy manipulations. The association of dragons with water sources and fertility could indicate a deeper understanding of natural phenomena and their control. The dragons of Naga are also found in similar form in other Asian cultures, such as Chinese mythology, where dragons are often associated with water and fertility. These mythological figures are also found in other Southeast Asian cultures, such as the Naga statues in India or the Naga depictions in Sri Lanka. The recurring depiction of dragons in various cultures could indicate a universal symbolic value or reflect the spread of common cultural motifs and religions in the region. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript is a mysterious, illustrated manuscript written in an unknown language or script, believed to have originated in the 15th century. It was named after the antiquarian Wilfrid Voynich, who discovered it in 1912. The manuscript consists of about 240 pages, which are provided with enigmatic drawings and diagrams. It contains botanical illustrations of plants that cannot be identified, as well as astronomical and alchemical diagrams. The paper and ink of the manuscript have been dated to the 15th century, but the origin and meaning of the text remain unknown. The Voynich manuscript is known for its indecipherable script and enigmatic illustrations. Some researchers believe that it is a cryptographic puzzle, possibly written in a coded or invented language. Other theories suggest that it is a work of art that was deliberately made enigmatic. The manuscript is often mentioned in discussions of secret or lost systems of knowledge and the possibility of a secret science. Similarities exist in the way other ancient manuscripts or codices were used to encrypt secret knowledge, as in the Codex Rhontsi or the Sumerian texts. However, the Voynich manuscript remains unique because of its unchanging script and the mysterious nature of its illustrations. The Nebra Sky Disk. The Nebra Sky Disk is a bronze disk made around 1600 BC, showing the oldest known depictions of the starry sky in Europe. The disk is made of bronze and decorated with golden symbols representing the sun, the moon, and possibly the Pleiades. It was discovered in Germany and is an important artifact of the Bronze Age. The sky disk is interpreted as an astronomical tool used to calculate calendar cycles and astronomical events. Its precise depiction of celestial bodies suggests advanced knowledge of astronomy and timekeeping. Similar artifacts such as the Phaistos disk or the Sumerian star charts show that other ancient civilizations also developed complex astronomical systems. Pre-Astronautics provides an exciting interpretation of the Nebra Sky Disk. This approximately 3,600-year-old bronze disk shows astronomical symbols such as the sun, moon, and stars, and is often interpreted as one of the oldest representations of the sky. From a pre-astronautics perspective, however, the disk could be more than just an astronomical tool, perhaps an artifact of extraterrestrial origin or a record of knowledge far superior to that of humans of the time. One theory is that the disk not only depicts the night sky, but may also contain information about extraterrestrial visitors or contacts with more advanced civilizations. The precise alignment of the symbols and the astronomical precision could indicate a knowledge gained only through contact with a more advanced culture, possibly of extraterrestrial origin. Another approach might be that the sky disk was used as a kind of star map to track the location or movements of alien spacecraft. The connection between astronomy and symbolism could indicate a much greater significance than previously thought. In pre-astronautics, the Nebra Sky Disk could thus be a relic of extraterrestrial knowledge or a means of communication left to the people of the Bronze Age by more advanced civilizations. And now it's going to get really exciting, so stay tuned and don't miss any important information. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript is a mysterious, illustrated manuscript written in an unknown language or script, probably created in the 15th century. It was named after the antiquarian Wilfrid Voynich, who discovered it in 1912. The manuscript consists of about 240 pages, which are covered with mysterious drawings and diagrams. It contains botanical illustrations of plants that cannot be identified, as well as astronomical and alchemical diagrams. The paper and ink of the manuscript have been dated to the 15th century, but the origin and meaning of the text remain unknown. The Voynich manuscript is known for its indecipherable script and the mysterious illustrations. Some researchers believe that it is a cryptographic puzzle, possibly written in a ciphered or invented language. Other theories suggest that it is a work of art that was deliberately made enigmatic. The manuscript is often mentioned in discussions about secret or lost systems of knowledge and the possibility of a secret science. Similarities exist in the way other ancient manuscripts or codices were used to encrypt secret knowledge, such as in the Codex Rohonsi or the Sumerian texts. The Voynich manuscript, however, remains unique due to its unchanged script and the mysterious nature of its illustrations. The Voynich manuscript is one of the most puzzling books in history. Written in an unknown language and filled with strange illustrations, it has fascinated mankind for centuries. But what if the solution to its mystery is not to be found on Earth? Ancient astronauts, a theory that extraterrestrial civilizations visited Earth in the past, could offer an interesting explanation. Let's imagine that the manuscript is the work of an advanced alien civilization that visited Earth long ago. The unknown script could be an alien language that we don't understand today. Perhaps these visitors tried to convey knowledge about their technology, science, or the universe to humans, but their message remained encrypted. The manuscript could be a kind of manual that was too complicated for the people of that time to understand. The detailed botanical and astronomical representations in the Voynich manuscript could be clues to knowledge that went far beyond human understanding at the time. Perhaps it shows plants that do not exist on Earth, or cosmic structures that could only be explained with advanced technologies. Another theory could be that the manuscript is a kind of time capsule, a message for future generations that can only be understood when humanity has reached the necessary intellectual and technological level. Ultimately, the connection between the Voynich manuscript and ancient astronauts remains a speculative but fascinating possibility. Could it actually be a relic of an alien civilization that visited us long before our recorded history? This theory opens doors to new perspectives on one of humanity's greatest unsolved mysteries. The Nebra Sky Disk. The Nebra Sky Disk is a bronze disk made around 1600 BC, showing the oldest known representations of the starry sky in Europe. The disk is made of bronze and decorated with golden symbols representing the sun, the moon, and possibly the Pleiades. It was discovered in Germany and is an important artifact of the Bronze Age. The Nebra Sky Disk is interpreted as an astronomical tool that was used to calculate calendar cycles and astronomical events. Its precise representation of celestial bodies indicates advanced knowledge of astronomy and timekeeping. Similar artifacts, such as the Phaistos disk or the Sumerian star charts, show that other ancient civilizations also developed complex astronomical systems. The ancient astronaut theory provides an exciting interpretation of the Nebra Sky Disk. This approximately 3,600-year-old bronze disk shows astronomical symbols such as the sun, moon, and stars, and is often interpreted as one of the oldest representations of the sky. From an ancient astronaut perspective, the disk could be more than just an astronomical tool, perhaps an artifact of extraterrestrial origin or a record of knowledge far superior to that of humans at the time. One theory suggests that the disk not only depicts the night sky, but may also contain information about extraterrestrial visitors or contact with more advanced civilizations. The precise alignment of the symbols and the astronomical accuracy could indicate knowledge only gained through contact with a more advanced culture, possibly of extraterrestrial origin. Another approach could be that the sky disk was used as a kind of star map to track the location or movements of alien spacecraft. The connection between astronomy and symbolism could indicate a much greater significance than previously thought. In ancient astronaut theory, the Nebra Sky Disk could thus be a relic of extraterrestrial knowledge or a means of communication left behind for the people of the Bronze Age by more advanced civilizations. The Phaistos Disk. The Phaistos Disk is a clay artifact discovered on Crete around 1700 BC. It shows a series of symbols that suggest an unknown script or language and is a significant mystery of the Minoan civilization. The disk is made of clay and shows a variety of symbols on both sides, arranged in a spiral shape. The exact meaning and origin of the symbols are unknown, but the disk is considered one of the most important artifacts of Minoan culture. The Phaistos disk is often interpreted as a written artifact that may represent an early form of writing or symbolism. The spiral shape and repetition of symbols could indicate some kind of mathematical or linguistic structure that has not yet been fully deciphered. Some theories speculate that the disk had a religious or ritual significance, or served as a communication tool. The disk is unique in its form and symbolism, but there are similarities to other Minoan artifacts and scripts, such as the Linear A and Linear B scripts, which also provide insight into the complex culture of the Minoan civilization. The ancient astronaut theory provides a fascinating explanation for the Phaistos disk. This mysterious clay disk, inscribed with unknown symbols, could be interpreted in this context as an artifact of an extraterrestrial civilization that visited Earth in the distant past. The symbols could represent an alien script or a form of communication that we cannot yet decipher. One approach suggests that the disk is a kind of message or record of knowledge from these alien visitors. Perhaps information about technologies, science, or even interstellar contact was recorded on the disk, which could only be understood by a more advanced civilization. It could also be that the disk was deliberately left as an encrypted message for future generations, who would only later be able to understand its contents. In ancient astronaut theory, the disk would thus be a relic pointing to interstellar connections in the past, an artifact waiting to be deciphered by humanity. The disk, therefore, remains a fascinating puzzle that continues to pique the curiosity of archaeologists and historians worldwide. The Iron Mask. The man in the Iron Mask is a legendary historical figure who allegedly lived and was imprisoned in France in the 17th century. The identity of this person remains a mystery, and the name Iron Mask refers to the alleged mask he wore to conceal his identity. The Iron Mask was held in the Bastille prison in France and other prisons. Historical records describe him as a mysterious figure whose identity and crimes were never fully revealed. The mask itself is a symbol of the secrecy and mystery surrounding this person's identity. The mystery surrounding the identity and mask of the Iron Mask has led to much speculation, including the theory that he was a significant historical character whose true identity may have been politically or socially explosive. Some theories speculate that the mask was made of ferrous material to ensure permanent secrecy, and that it may have used advanced technology or methods to prevent identification. Ancient astronaut theory also offers an interesting perspective on the mystery of the Iron Mask. This historical figure, a prisoner whose identity remained hidden behind a mask, could be seen in this context as someone who had contact with extraterrestrial civilizations or was of extraterrestrial origin himself. One theory suggests that the man behind the mask may have possessed knowledge of advanced technologies or alien visitors that was too dangerous or incomprehensible for the time. To protect or conceal this knowledge, he was isolated and his identity kept secret. The Iron Mask could then be seen as a symbol of the cover-up of a secret that humanity was not yet meant to understand. In an ancient astronaut context, the prisoner might have been a key figure connected to extraterrestrial visitors or possessed information about them that had to be kept hidden at all costs. Thus, the mystery of the Iron Mask would represent not only a political but also a cosmic mystery. And now, thank you very much for joining us on this fascinating journey. Stay tuned for the third part of our exciting series, where we will discover more exciting artifacts by subscribing and activating the bell so you won't miss the next video. Also, visit our channel, The Mighty Brain, for even more knowledge and adventure. We look forward to seeing you again. See you soon and stay healthy.